Wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning to you. Good morning Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday the 29th of June, 2026. I'm Pearson Bowen, excited to keep you company. Hope you feel the same way about keeping me company as well. Here's hoping you had a wonderful weekend and you're looking forward with all the energy and zest and purpose for a week straight ahead. It's the 29th of June. That means we have one more day to go in June and then we'll be smack dab into July. So look forward to the changes that will come, whatever they might be. But we're also looking forward to the summer holidays and what that means to you. We'll take a look at that in just a little while here on Mornin Barbados. And just like that, the heavens opened up and the rains descended here in the Pine. And boy, does it sound like music to my ears, because the way we sit in this room, we have sounds that come from outside, and so I'm excited whenever I hear the sound of the pitter-patter on the rooftop. And so thank you, Lord, thank you, Father, thank you, Jesus, for creating this opportunity for us to enjoy the beautiful raindrops as they descended upon us. It's a blessing. I hope you acknowledge the blessing as well. So good morning, everybody. Look forward to a great today. I am indeed. And so for those of you joining us on our streams on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, thank you. Good morning. How do you do? Share the show, share the love, tell others about us, and bring them along as well to engage in what we do Monday to Friday. Of course, as you talk among yourselves, talk to us. We absolutely love to read your comments. So feel free to engage with us all the time, all morning long. Also, if you know of someone who has a story to tell, or if you yourself know about the story, it's your story you want to tell as well, tell us about it. And you can simply send us an email. It's right there on the screen. It's morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. We thank you for sharing, and we encourage you to do so indeed. Now, yesterday evening, at the Cayfield campus under the big tent was the semi-final of the Scotiabank Junior Calypso Monarch competition. And so at the end of the night, having completed it, I can tell you who the finalists are. The finalists in the Calypso category are Queen A, Slay, Potent, Master KJ, Bit is in there, Sabia, and Willie B. Those are the finalists in the Calypso Monarch competition for the juniors this year, the Scotiabank Junior Monarch Calypso competition. In the soca competition, the finalists are Niara, AJ has made it into the finals, Leilani, Zavi B, Khaleesi, Ro, and Lil Status. Yes, those are the finalists for the Junior Monarch competition this year indeed. So I want you to continue giving your full support to the youngsters as they get out to compete indeed. Don't forget, all season long, we're giving you this opportunity until the end of July to win the brand new Suzuki Across GLX. It's a two-wheel drive, has sunroof, everything built in. It's a hybrid vehicle, and there are many ways in which you can do it. So you can spot the car. I spotted it at the weekend, did you? At all of the crop over events, indeed, and all of the CBC activations, you will see the car. That's a hint. So certainly when you do, you take a photograph of the vehicle. You send that photograph by email or by WhatsApp with your name and your contact details, plural. Because if during the day you are at work, give us your work number. If during the day you are at home, give us your home number as well as your cell number. Now, a lot of you tend to use your cellular phones, not just your cell number. So give us all your contact details and we'll reach out to you if you win. Congratulations to all of you. The email address to which you should send your entry is contests@cbc.bb, contests@cbc.bb, or send it by WhatsApp to 233-7356. 233-7356. There are many other ways in which you can connect with our partners as well to get your entry in. One such partner is the National Transformation Initiative. All you need to do is go to the website and you nti.org.bb, nti.org.bb, and you sign up for that course that is titled Stay Ahead of the AI Curve. Stay Ahead of the AI Curve. Sign up for that. Complete it. And once it's checked that you have actually completed the course, you have an entry in. Congratulations to all of you. So do it. recommend it to your friends and your colleagues as well. nti.org.bb, that's the website. You can also go to Inchcape Barbados, and there's so many ways to get your entry in. Just test drive any Suzuki brand, purchase any genuine Suzuki part from the parts department or the service kit, or book a service as well, or schedule a trade-in evaluation. Once you're successful in all of those, your entry is in. But they give you double opportunities as well at Inchcape Barbados, because they say if you request financing and you receive approval of a quote, or you purchase any new Suzuki vehicle, you have double entries in. Another way to do so too is to do a test drive of the new Suzuki Vitara, E for electric. There's a brand new electric Vitara indeed at Inchcape Barbados. So once you test drive that, you have a double entry as well. So good luck to everybody there. Also with the Student Revolving Loan Fund, we thank them for partnering with us as well. srlfloans.edu.bb. srlfloans.edu.bb, that's the website to which you go. And you can sign up for a Pinnacle, Parent Plus, EduFlex, or Top-Up Student Loan. And once you do so and you qualify, you are in. You are in. Complete the application, they'll check it, and you're in. It doesn't guarantee you approval, but once you have completed the application form, they will get you an entry into winning that brand new Suzuki Across GLX. Also, you can go to Capital Financial. Simply, we have one of those QR codes here in our office. Scan the QR code, it takes you to their website, or you go directly to the website at your convenience, and you apply for a brand new car, for a vehicle, whether they do financing with second-hand car as well. So once you're in and you complete that application form, again, no guarantee of approval, you have an entry in. Or with the Barbados Lottery, you can spend $40, get that $40 worth of the double draw, Mega 6 or Payday on a single ticket. Once you get that ticket, that single ticket capturing $40 worth of trying, then you complete your name and your contact details on the front of it, take a picture of it. Got it? And then you send it to us either by WhatsApp 233-7356 or by email to contests@cbc.bb, and good luck to all of you there as well. There's a lot to look forward to today. It's summer holidays approaching fast indeed. But how are you budgeting? The income didn't change, but the number of days with your child in your household and in your fridge and larders, that's changed. And so how do you manage it? How do you really budget for the summer holidays? We'll talk to you about that as well. I asked the question whether the 11 plus, there are plans now to scrap it. Well, esteemed educator Sandy Field-Kelmer will share her perspective on the change and what we can expect as well when she joins me here this morning. Also today, we meet Tommy, and we meet the man behind the book, Tommy. He'll talk to us about his latest, his 9th publication as well. I can't wait to talk to you a little bit more about that. They've come from Britain to Barbados to have an experience of their life. And so what has that experience been, and how have they thoroughly enjoyed it? We'll meet some folks from Britain in just a little while. And the winners of the speech contest in that big show, the Spirit of the Lion show, held recently at the Frank Cullimore Hall from the St. George Secondary School, the winners of the speech competition will join us, and we'll hear more about them, and they'll share with us their winning speech. I'll take a break here, folks. We have a lot to get to. It's 11 after the hour. We're right back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We the best music.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
13 and a half after the hour. Now, listen, summer holidays are approaching. Today is Monday. By Thursday, those little eager beavers will be out and about. No more Latin, no more French. And so they're going to be in your house, in your cupboards, if not at summer camp. But even if they're not in the house, there are other things that they want to do. And so the demand on your income is going to be serious. I'm telling you, I think so. So joining me is a financial strategist. I absolutely love this lady, Marcia Armstrong. Marcia, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson.
As always, good. We lean on you when we need advice.
I appreciate it.
Girl, let me tell you, you give some really good advice. So here we are. Summer holidays means that our budgets have to change.
For sure. This is one of the most expensive periods that you can encounter. And as you would have mentioned, this is when the children will be out from school. And during this time as well, too, children tend to eat more, use up more resources. So definitely parents must have a plan in regards to how they're going to deal with the kids during this time.
And oftentimes we didn't plan it.
Well, no.
At all. We knew it's coming,
yes,
but we didn't make the plan.
Yeah.
So there's a danger in this because now your limited finances based on what is your salary, if you didn't have additional income or otherwise, is going to be stretched.
Exactly.
And you can't beat the children.
No, you can't. But what I would say, though, is that, as you mentioned, it's not a surprise. This is a period that comes around every single year.
Yeah.
Ideally, a good scenario would be to be able to plan ahead, set aside some funds for this time. But we know, we have to also be realistic. There are some persons who live paycheck to paycheck. So you can only do what you can do, but also as well, even with that, you still want to have some type of, boundary or something in place so that things don't go, beyond the.
So here we are. We budget for the trip. We know for sure we want to travel. We'll make sure the money is set aside for the trip.
Yes.
But then we forget that with that come other expenses as well. So let's talk through what we can do this summer holiday from your perspective so that we ensure that we still are able to survive. Everyone is happy. We're not miserable and the money stretches.
Right. What I would first say is, like, when you look at during the summer period, what are your plans for the summer? Is to start there. What are the actual goals you want to be able to do? What do you want to do with the children? What do you want to do with the family? What do you want to do with yourself? Because this is also a crop over season as well. And persons are not going to leave themselves out. So what are your goals overall? Then based on what it is that you want to do during this period, then you will set a budget based on, okay, what is my income? If you have something extra, great. But if you're just working with the salary or working with your wages, okay, based on what I want to do, can I afford to do all the things on this list with the income that I'm making? Then from there, you're able to determine what is a need and what is a want. Because although your children might, for those who have children, although you might have children that might ask you for a lot of things, you got to be able to say, okay, we can't do X, Y, Z now, and be able to provide a rationale behind it. I believe in including children into the decision making, letting them understand how things are funded. Because sometimes when you don't know, you might feel that it's just a no, but it's not just a no. Maybe your parents can't afford to do what it is that you want to do. So it's to have a goal. Then from there, look at your numbers. What are your numbers telling you that you can and can't do? And then be able to split in them according to needs and according to wants.
And I'm glad you phrased the period of time in the different things that we're required to do.
Yes.
Whether it's just to have a vacation, to travel, crop over. Then at the end of it all, there's back to school.
That's right.
We didn't quite look down the road so far because we thought, let's have a merry old time. Time will take care of itself.
Exactly.
And then there's back to school that meets us. But there are also people in the financial world who dangle a carrot that says, hey, I can give you a loan.
Pure sun.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. Around this time, you will see the summer loans, the back to school loans, the crop over loans, the travel loans. I would tell persons you want to ensure that you're doing smart borrowing, because if you don't need that money, leave it out. Because you don't want a situation where, let's say that you get it for the summer period, and then when the period passes, you're still paying back a credit card. And then we still have Christmas coming at the end of the year. So you don't want to put yourself under unnecessary pressure. I would say look and see what it is that you can and can't do, and find some activities that might not really cost a lot of money, they might not necessarily pull a lot from your pocket, but you can still make the summer period one that is fun.
You're absolutely right. But also leave a little room for any eventuality.
That's right.
That's the part we don't ever budget for.
So we have the emergency fund for that, whereas that you're able, and I would say for the emergency fund, just think about something that can affect your shelter, something within the home, your vehicle, medical wise. Have something set aside, because again, when you do not have that buffer, that is how many people then end up going into debt. And as I would have mentioned, summer, back to school, all of these things are things that we know are coming. So I would even say in regards to the back to school bit a little bit here, is that when it comes to like buying certain things, not necessarily the uniforms, because we know children will grow and different things like that, but like the stationery, the bags, certain things that you can buy out of season, because when you buy them out of season, they're actually cheaper than when it becomes then that peak season where prices tend to go up. So it's about just shopping a little bit smarter if you can, understanding how stores operate, and then be able to actually have savings based on what it is that you want to do.
The old people used to do it bit by bit by bit. It all adds up. We tend to want to go on to bit to the last bit and buy all one time.
Yeah, I know.
Without, I'm guilty too. But bit by bit helps.
Exactly, because there's something called delayed gratification.
Yes.
So, we live in a microwave society. Everybody wants something to know. I don't want to say today. People want something to know, but we have to understand, okay, there are some things that you might want, but let's save up towards it, versus again, trying to say, I want these things now, and then you end up in debt. Because what's happened, when your money runs out, when the runway ends, we then tend to then lean now on credit. But we have to understand a credit card is not our money. It belongs to the institutions.
So you have to give it back.
So you still have to give it back plus interest. All right, so we have to be very, very careful in regards to that.
There's someone who's probably thinking in their head, but you're sucking all the fun out of summer. Why are you doing this to me, Marcy? Why are you saying to me, I have to be so conscious and so careful? Why can't I just live freely?
But you can have fun. Because the thing about a budget is that people think a budget is restrictive, but a budget gives you permission to spend. So in your budget, you can set aside what I call fun money, where you have an allowance just for fun, the things you like to do, the things that bring you joy, so you don't feel it if you're being deprived of living life. So you can plan again for the things that you want to do. You don't have to, I always tell people this, we just don't work and pay bills. That's not life. We can manage money and still live. You can do both, right? It's an and, not an or.
So here I am now, folks listening and watching, they're saying to themselves, okay, you've just described me, I'm now in a calamity. Where do I start today to correct it?
What I would say, I always tell people this, right? Just what are your numbers saying? The thing about money, I find that, lots of people don't track what they do. So when you're going through the pressures, it feels that you don't have anything. If you're not writing it down, you don't know where the money is going, it feels that you're broke. But I've worked with many people over the years. When you actually start to track where your money is going, you will realize that there are some areas that you really could cut back, eliminate, or pause for right now, and redirect that money to where it is you want to go. So having an overall vision for where you see your life, having goals in place actually helps direct your behaviors, because money is first emotional. Money is a heart issue, not a math problem. So when you're able to actually look within and understand what are the resources that I have, how can I actually stretch or multiply what it is I have been given, then when you look at money from that perspective, it doesn't seem that if it's beyond you. But if you just look at money tangibly, it's just an object, right? We have feelings, we have the emotions, money does not. So it's about understanding how can I make this tool work for me, and the only way you can do that is to first come to the realization of, okay, what is my relationship with it? Why do I look at money the way that I look at it, right? Am I a spender, a saver? Am I indifferent to money? So it's understanding the money psychology. Then from there you can address the problem and then be able then to manage your money better.
And while we're talking about this time of year, the summer holiday, we're talking about life in general, going forward.
That's
you need to, again, like Marcia said, adjust your relationship with money. And understand it's just an object. you're the one with the emotions where this is concerned. And sometimes it requires us making drastic decisions,
Yes.
which deprive us of some of the luxuries we would have had before, but it is critical for survival.
Exactly. You know, sometimes we have to understand as well too, in order to get to a place, you have to do some sacrifices short term. It's not long term. You do short term sacrifices for the big goal at the end. Because when we think about it, anything is worth it will come with a little bit of a challenge. We can't be ignorant in regards to we can also have to understand as well too, just because you grew up in a household that might not have taught you about money, it doesn't mean you can't learn certain things. I always tell people, if you come into financial literacy today's just your day one.
Yes.
But you're never too late to start the journey of financial literacy. But it's to understand as well, there will be some sacrifices that you will have to do in the short term in order for you to get to where you need to get to.
I want to look at men for a second. I do that deliberately. Because oftentimes when the big bill comes, go to your daddy, go to your father, check your father. And so oftentimes that's a pressure as well. So he is forced under circumstances that he didn't create, because he just wants to keep a smile on the face of his child.
Right.
And so how do we manage that emotion? Because we keep talking about money being an object, but I'm the emotional one.
But
How do we manage that?
men protect and provide.
Yes.
There's just certain roles that, that are associated with it. And again, you will, as a man leads as well too, like based on how you lead, I think as well too, even as men would be able to treat their children in a good way, they also give them lessons with it as well. So it's not just about the wealth component, but are you actually educating them as they deal with money, educate them at the same time, because so that when they get into the world of work, when a child goes to work or becomes an adult, they understand, okay, as my income level increases, so my financial literacy is also improving as well. So how men deal with money is a little bit different from a woman.
Yes.
Maybe we're emotional and by default we might think about 5, 6, 10 steps. Some guys might see something just bad. There's no long decision making about it. You see something, you make a decision at the same time. But for us, we might do a little, let me go and do some comparison shopping. Let me go and go to 2 to 3 or 4 stores and then make a decision. But although the approach might be different, what I would say again too is that, again, as a man leads, right, and understand, okay, what's the vision for the home, then you understand that even though you might get the things that you will want, but it's still a lesson that comes along with it. You're still being educated along with it. And you don't, and I think in those scenarios, Pearson, to be honest with you, you build a healthier relationship with money. There's no fear associated with it, because a lot of people just grow up on survival.
Yes.
Because they just know how to just make it through the day.
But if you're cut and control.
Exactly. But if you're in an environment whereas that you see how money is used in a way where you plan or you involve a child in the grocery shopping, you are able to see, okay, when money is used right. And we know that money is the cause of divorce as well.
Yes.
Money is number one cause of divorce. Then you see that even the household is at peace because you're able to deal with your resources the right way. I think that's a healthy example of what to follow.
Imagine we didn't even include the hurricane season.
But
That's
yeah,
another conversation. But so what I want people to take away to me is while we're having this conversation now, we're thinking of the wonderful little sweet things we want to do during the summer. We have to look at life a little long term.
Yes.
And so it starts today for the rest of your life.
That's right.
And so we need to be able to plan a little bit more effectively, because we know at the end of this, the next season is going to be Independence and Christmas, and you want to plan for that, and you will flip the script the next year, and you're going to New Year's and going to Valentine's. So there are many things in life that are constantly happening. And you have to look at all within so that you can see where you are now and unveil it. So you see your ugly details, but then consciously and without emotion, look at it and see how we mend it back together with a plan.
That's right.
With a plan. There are instruments around that can help you with this, and so we want you to take those instruments quite seriously. Marcia Armstrong is one of those instruments. She can help you as a personal finance strategist. She can sit with you and be able to do so. So I'm sure someone is asking, I want to talk to that woman. I want to talk to that woman. How can we reach you?
So you can follow me on my Instagram page at A Purpose Life 246. That is a new page because my other page got discontinued, sadly. So you can find me on Instagram. Just send me a DM and we can have a conversation and we will go from there.
We'll go from there. It's never too late. It's not too difficult.
Yes.
It's taking time. And that's all it takes.
Yes, please.
Marcia, thank you as always.
Thank you as well for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. My good friend Marcia Armstrong, personal finance strategist, and so she's open to see you a purposeful life on Instagram. Send her a message, and she'll be able to make that arrangement with you, sit with you, and hold your hand through the process. We all need someone to hold our hand from time to time. Marcia is prepared to do so, and be patient with you as you make your changes as well. As painful as they may be, they bring pleasure at the end of it all. Morning Barbados is right back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We're 29 minutes now after 6 o'clock this Monday morning as we turn our attention to equipping ourselves for the war. And I know that sounds as if we were talking about gunfire. We're not talking about gunfire. There are many spiritual warfares that are happening around us as well. And while we deal with life's realities every single day because we live in spaces where people live and we will have conflict from time to time, how are we ready? How ready are we really, truly, to mend the gaps and to build the bridges? And that's what we're talking about right now as we're joined once again by our good friend Apostle Tutu, who's back with us. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
With a bright smile still on his face. And the man who was the feature speaker at these 4 days is Apostle Zimuro. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome to Barbados.
Good morning, sir.
Good. You have been so well spoken of, coming from a place in Africa where you've seen the change based upon the strategy and being equipped for war. How did the 4 days go for you?
The 4 days was wonderful. It's always a joy to be in Barbados because, you know, sometimes God just puts His love in your heart, maybe for a person. Just the same way He puts it in your heart for a person, He puts it in your heart for a people. So being in Barbados for me is out of the love of God. And secondly, I believe that I am called to the islands, and as an apostle, the first gift an apostle gives to the people is knowledge. Mm-hmm. So it's been a wonderful 4 days of impartation, teachings, and just having fellowship with my brethren. Mm-hmm.
Knowledge comes from a place of understanding.
Yes.
And sometimes the understanding is not necessarily conditioned by what you hear alone, but from your own personal experiences too. Mm-hmm. And so, describe for me, because my friend Apostle Tutu told us where you're from, but the challenges that you've had to encounter yourself, not you personally necessarily, but those where you lived, and the changes that you saw manifest as a consequence of being equipped for the war. Talk to me about the change, what happened and the changes you saw.
Okay, for example, I mean, first let me put it this way. Many times people don't realize that nations are not just geographical entities. Mm-hmm. nations are spiritual beings. Just like I am a man and there is a purpose, every nation has a purpose. Now, in my country, for example, in Nigeria, we find same conflicts you find everywhere. And my contribution is from the place of prayer. We've seen, I'll give you an example, like in the east of Nigeria, there was a time when there was so much violence, killings, bloodshed everywhere. And then we began to raise an army by teaching the people what to do and send them out to the streets, send them out to the cities. And as we began to pray and they began to do the things we taught them, we began to see the change in the outer society. So right now, a place that, for example, on Mondays, people don't go to work. Now all that is dead now. People have, normal life has come back. By the prayers and by the things we taught them to do, we saw the power of God begin to influence government. And government suddenly that looked confused and didn't seem to know what to do, suddenly knew what to do. And now we have, in the east of Nigeria, let's assume that the violence was 100%. Now what we have is about 10%. So that's the effect of prayer. I've seen that in my country. I've seen, but even beyond my country, because this is not my first journey to Barbados, even in Barbados, I'd like to leave an example. When I started coming to Barbados about 17 years ago, Barbados, every time they would tell me, is the island of, what do you call it again? Hurricanes. And I said, no, you can't. God didn't make an error in planting you in this place. You're not an error. And I began to show them the biblical ways and wisdoms on how to deal with it. And I brought them into the place of covenant. You live here in Barbados. Think back a little bit and ask me, when last did you have a hurricane?
Yeah.
Now, outwardly, men may not know, if I didn't say this to you, and those who were part of it in making the covenants, and then beyond that, people like Apostle Tutu and the others are still keeping to that part and watching over the island. So that's a typical example of the power of prayer, the power of the kind of things we've come again to equip the people with. Your island is the island that has enjoyed peace. You've not had natural disasters, unlike it used to be in the past. Part of it is the power of prayer.
But the people need to be obedient, Apostle Tutu. And so I know the church, this generation, International Ministries, is designed to not whip us back into obedience, but to guide us back to obedience and to understanding God's word, understanding our purpose and his mission for us, and then to be obedient to that if we want to see the kind of peace that we all want to see. And so your assessment at the end of the 4 days, because you said there's some talks, but there's some workshops as well.
Yes.
Were people as engaged in the workshops as you had expected?
We finished the conference and equipping for the war, and knowledge had been imparted unto us from God's servant, Apostle of Audley. And from the 6th to the 8th of July is the training, is the workshop.
Right.
So the 6th to the 8th of July is when we're going to train. He's going to spend time to teach, to train how.
The how.
We've heard about the equipment. Now, the practicality. How do we go about interceding for our nations? How do we become a watchman over the things God wants to see in the nation? The practicalities of it. From the 6th to the 8th of July, we're going to be meeting at NUPW in that Keith Road, where leaders, preachers, pastors, everyone every believer is invited to come, and come with your notebook and your pen, because it's a school where you're gonna write strategies down. So after you've done all the prayer, the worship and everything, now it comes down to the nitty-gritty of how do we bring these things across and strategize. Because most of the time, conferences are great, but when you do not put the things into practice, then you don't achieve anything in the long term. So that's what is going to be happening from 6th to 8th.
6th to 8th at NUPW's headquarters, indeed. It's a workshop. Come with your notebook, because it's a workshop. Workshops really mean some work. You have to put in the work. And so I'm excited by what this all means for this country, but I'm excited for what it means for the individual, because it's the individual within the country that make the population. And so, Apostle Zimoro, do you get the sense now individuals are feeling the impact, and individuals are prepared to stand up and say, I want to be a part of the army that's equipped for the war?
Oh, yes. My feel from the conference, first of all, I saw the excitement in the people. I saw the willingness in the people. We gave them some practical instructions, and quite a number of them did obey. And from my experience, like I said, for all the other years I've come, I have found a willing people who are willing to learn. So this time again, when they gather, let me put it this way. Let me use what the young men use. This is going to be iPhone Pro Max. You know, we're going to push it up a little bit more.
Yes.
And we're going to be a lot more practical. How do you take a city? Let me give you an example. I understand that gang wars have increased in Barbados. How do you deal with that? What ought you to do? What are the practical ways to affect your environment? By prayer. So those are the kind of things. So we're going to pull it down from the spirit world and bring the way of the spirit to the natural realm, because Christianity and the ways of the Lord, they are not abstract. They are real. It's a way of life. So we will try to commit them to bring them into that knowledge. And one exciting thing about this particular trip is that I've not just come to equip them, I've come to prepare them for what God has spoken, that there's a great revival that is coming to Barbados. And that Barbados is come to a set season, because Barbados is about to become 60 years. 50 had gone, it's 10 years. In the 50th year, we made some covenants. In the 60th year, we need to further it. Now, one of the things that is going to happen is that by the things we do, we will send help to government. We're going to loosen the spirit world to help the government of Barbados, to help the businessmen in Barbados, to clean up the society for a greater glory. Barbados in the calendar of God is under divine favor. You're going to find this out. Maybe let me leave that as prophecy. Something that maybe just in a few years when I come back, you will tell me, well, Apostle, you said that.
I'll watch you.
Now watch it.
And that's only fair, right?
Yeah.
That I can watch you.
Watch it.
Fair
Yes,
enough.
sir.
Gentlemen, I have to wrap because they keep telling me I have to move on. But I really want to thank you, both of you, apostles, Apostle Tutu and Apostle Zimoro, for your insight, your focus, your attention, your passion for who we are as a people indeed, and being obedient to the call of God to just share the good news. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. We're back after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We the best music.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
18 to the hour now. Esteemed educator Sandy Field-Kelman is with us as we take a look at things educational, of course. Sandy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson. I'm back again.
Back. I have no regrets. I'm glad you're back again.
3 different topics, though.
Okay. So what are we looking at today?
Okay, we're going to look at common entrance and continuous assessments and all the things that come with that.
Right.
For me, common entrance, you and I would have had it. It served a lot of people in Barbados, and I think it was a good thing to do. But the time has come, Pierce, we need to tweak that common entrance. Whether people want to get rid of it or not, that's another thing. But for me, I am one that think that it needs relooking and working for the times that we are in with our children. However, continuous assessments that comes along with it, I personally think that the ministry, and you know, I speak very straight up, I really do think that some pilot program is necessary to actually put that out there first. Like everything else, you need to do a sample of the program so that people and they themselves have an idea how it will work. Now, common entrance, yes, got the results recently and so on, but I really do think, I believe also in zoning, but you cannot just zone for the sake of zoning because you live, say, in Roebuck Street, that you must go to Harrison College. It doesn't work like that. So I really do think that we need to look at some form of pilot program to work with this, because I don't know if you know, but last week a lot of people were up in arms about it. And I think for the S's, they're phasing it out, that's okay. But I don't think our children are also ready at the time they go to sit, some of them, for it. Example, a child reaching to class 3 to do criterion tests and continuous assessment. Do you know about that? The criterion test? Right. That's okay. But a lot of children who take that criterion test, they are not prepared. And I think some program I came on, preparation starts at the preschool, because a lot of children, when they reach to class 3 and class 4, where they're going to be doing this continuous assessment, they're not ready. They cannot read, Pearson. And it is unfortunate that a child is 15, 12, 13 and cannot read, but yet you have to do this continuous assessment. I do not really agree with that. And if a child is not ready, I think that child should be able to do it again. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, but I really do think that the continuous assessment, as you said, nothing is wrong with all of these big words and all of these strategies we put in place, but are our children ready for it? In my opinion, a lot of them are not. So that alone makes that child at a disadvantage. So I really do think that looking at it going down 2027, 2028, the children who have to prepare for that, we need right now from September or even in the summer programs to help these children, because not every child next year will be ready for that continuous assessment. And I went to a presentation, a town hall meeting, and the presenter said that yes, there are children in class 3 who have to do it, because you have to do it twice, who are not ready. So then if that child is not ready, what then? You know what I mean? So I really think that we really need a pilot program. And Pearson, I am one that feel, we live in the real world. a lot of people like you, people out in the general public who have ideas should be engaged to hear their views on it. It is not always for a teacher or the Ministry of Education, okay, to call the shots. There are people out there who have, I mean, wonderful ideas. I mean, I listen to them.
Yes.
And they're not people with PhDs or even went to the university, but they know.
Yes.
So I really think some type of engagement should take place or should have taken place before we put this thing before a parent. And what about the parents who can't help the child? What about that? So there are a lot of little factors that I think that we need to look at so that we can have this continuous assessments or whatever they continue with the common entrance, obviously tweeted, to really, you know, give the children a kind of a variation as to what we did before, what you and I did when we did the screening test. Okay? So I think that that is the way forward. I personally think engage John public. Engage John public. Yes, you're having town hall meetings, but Pearson, again, a lot of these town hall meetings, a lot of things are already done. A lot of those things are already written and solid therefore to go forward. They're just coming to us to just hear. And, you know, I make no qualms about saying that. And at the town hall meeting, a lot of parents, you know, were really, I mean, vocal in a lot of things that they're not happy with. And so it is something I really think that we need to go back to the drawing board with. Because if this is going to be the next thing for the next 20, 30, 40 years, we need to have it right. We need to get it right.
But time allows us sometimes to be able to tweak, doesn't it? So even if we get it wrong, consider the first year as a pilot, so to speak, and then you make the adjustments as it goes. But you're suggesting don't use that as your benchmark.
No.
Do it somehow differently.
Exactly. And I think that Pearson, a lot of children, and I mean, my children did well because I was coaxing them from the time they were 6 years old. And that is where it starts, okay? So if they had to do this continuous assessment, now they will make it. But what about the children who, at 10 years old, cannot comprehend? That's the word. They cannot comprehend what is happening on the paper.
But a lot of it is project-based.
But project-based learning is excellent.
Yeah, but is it already done to the degree in schools where children feel comfortable because it's something they do all the while?
No, because of the children that I teach, a lot of them don't feel comfortable with that. But project-based is a good idea because remember it came from the SBAs right years ago. So I'm saying that that's okay, but Pearson, there are a lot of things to do before we get to these places, to the project-based, continuous assessments, criterion and all that. And as I said, when you come to class 3, that's when you have to do it. It really and truly, you know, it should be a situation where these children are prepared from before. Because we will go back in the same situation because there are children, in what I have understood, who did the common entrance, who were not really and truly given a school place. Right? And that is not fair.
No. So the 11 plus, as we know it though, we've all grown up to know that it is the exam that places you.
Exactly.
But in today's thinking, it is no longer considered to be the exam that places you. It's so much more, you're saying as the educator, that it should be able to assess in the child and the child's readiness for society generally.
Exactly.
So what does it do away with the placement part of it?
You know, Pearson, really, if I had to really speak on this, I would have a lot of different approaches to this.
So should we hold that for another segment?
Hold that for another segment.
We will hold that for another segment,
Another
Sandy.
segment.
Lord have mercy. There's so much still to talk about
That's
with Sandy
right.
indeed, but
big
time is
topic.
against us this morning.
Yes.
But Sandy, you know, I hold the same approach you're taking right now. I think there needs to be a project done on it.
Exactly.
So that we see how it really is applied and how it works and how do we monitor it to make sure that it is as effective as it can be before we say go. To it on it indeed. Well, we'll see.
Always put something in front to test it out. Everything is a test.
Everything is a test,
everything is a
indeed.
test.
Thanks, Sandy, as always. Good having you.
Thank you very much.
Esteemed educator Sandy Field-Kelmer with us. We took a look at the proposed approach to the 11 plus exam going forward, and so we'll continue this conversation with Sandy at another time. We're back with more right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere.
Morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Thomas Clark, affectionately known as Tommy, is a typical Barbadian boy. Like any other 8-year-old, he's learning life and facing many challenges which might be typical for an adult, but absolutely monstrous for an 8-year-old.
And that's just a little bit a peek into what this book, Meet Tommy, is all about. Meet Tommy this morning, but the man that we're meeting now is not Tommy. His name is Mario Herbert. He's the creator, the author, he's everything about the book. And so this is your 9th book, Mario. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning, Pearson.
I like when you do your hair, man.
That would be my wife. Right?
She's taking care of you.
All right.
But so here we are, the 9th book, Meet Tommy. We just met Tommy. Tommy is this little boy, typical Barbadian boy. This book, if I read correctly, it comes out of a project, a workshop you had recently, right?
Yes. Yes. So in my teaching children the art of writing, I usually like to lead by example. So I created the Tommy character during workshops so that I could like craft a story and then show them the ropes real time.
Right.
But I kind of realized that I was doing a lot of work in primary school, even though the other books were not really written with that in mind. So it hit me that I had the Tommy character who was actually really tailored for the younger ages. So it just made sense to make Tommy a book that I could like use it for lower age groups.
For lower age groups.
Yes.
And so you're tackling a younger child, but Tommy's the regular little boy. Here he is on his bicycle doing his wheelies and everything else. He's out having fun indeed. And so this makes great reading, I believe, for that younger child because it teaches him different things about life and the use of the roads and so much more, navigating experiences as well. Was that your intention?
Yes. The aim is always to make these things as relatable as possible so that a child living in Barbados is able to see himself or herself inside the tales. Right.
Because there's a portion that I just opened right here. It says questions for the reader.
Yes.
And so having read the book then, you come to the point of questions. We just want to test what you get.
Right.
And so you're teaching in this comprehension.
Yes.
Have you read it? Do you understand it? Can you repeat for me in your own words what you get from it? And so this book teaches in that kind of way. It's written in a language that's easy to follow as well. And I think children taking this book up and reading it, they will see as they go how the story unfolds. My question is, what happened to Tommy at the end?
Well,
you don't want to spoil the surprise, right?
Right. I'm not going to spoil it, but there are 6 short stories in it. And each of them is tailored to give a different experience that an 8-year-old would have and teach a different lesson through that experience.
So one of them is time to go to the bathroom. Tommy, what happens when it's time to go? The things we do for fruit.
Yes.
What's that about?
So
not for fun, but fruit.
Yes, the things we do for fruit has turned out to be one of the most popular stories in the book. I would summarize it as Tommy has a hungering for some wild guavas, and there is a very mean kid who is a little older that believes the wild guavas are his.
Okay.
So
what would Tommy do for his fruit?
What would Tommy
steal them, or would Tommy barter with him? What would Tommy do? So
well,
that's it.
Yeah.
I'm not telling the whole story.
Right.
Don't worry about
yes.
it. And then there's jailbreak.
Yes. So jailbreak. I am sure that we can all relate to the times when, especially during vacation, we want to get outside. And our parents decide, no, before you can play, you have to get your work done, so forth. And you can look through the window and see everybody else is outside playing. And in those moments, you literally feel like you are in jail.
You got that right. I know. So you see how Tommy navigates that experience as well. So they're teaching tools in terms of character building and so on and so forth. You have Goodbye Tommy, the belly button glutton. And so these are all, you're really good. You're really good. You know that.
Okay,
you don't know that.
Thank you so much.
You're really good. So the book is called Meet Tommy. Is the book available online? Because there are people. I think it'll be a wonderful opportunity for parents to have this moment with the child, as well as the child reads, to have those questions answered, because they will see themselves in the child Tommy. But it's also a good one to have in the schools for teachers to be able to help children understand and navigate life. So is it available widely, generally?
Well, as I leave here today, I'm actually going to do a drop-off at UWY Bookshop. So it is going to be available there this week. It will be available online. It isn't live yet,
right?
In terms of Amazon and so forth. However, you can order the book directly from me through marioherbert.com also.
MarioHerbert.com. That's the website, MarioHerbert.com. He's writing and writing and writing. This is his 9th edition. He has a whole series already, as you know, at large. And so we want to encourage you to read the writings of Mario Herbert. You're doing really well. I think this is an interesting book to have. And I want to encourage parents and guardians and children to themselves read it and answer the questions. Answer the questions. Challenge yourself and see what you remember, because Tommy will return. Tommy will return. So be the first to be a part of the new series, Meet Tommy, by Mario Herbert, marioherbert.com, or go to the UV bookstore and get a copy as soon as possible. Mario, as always, I wish you well, and I hope that you continue writing. Don't ever stop.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I don't plan to stop.
That's what Lord God gives you life. Thank you so much indeed. All right, Mornin Barbados is back with the news and more right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way?
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's get to the news now. A Barbadian urologist based in the United Kingdom is raising concerns about a growing trend of late prostate cancer detection among men in Barbados. Speaking at the CMEX Prostate Cancer Walk and Run, Dr. Jonathan Noel said prostate cancer remains one of the leading causes of death among men on island. He noted that an increasing number of men are presenting with symptoms at a later stage of the disease, making early diagnosis and treatment more challenging. According to him, prostate cancer testing has become significantly easier and less invasive than it was decades ago, removing many of the barriers that may have discouraged men from being screened in the past.
Trend we're seeing is that most men are presenting at a later stage, and I think that might be the impact of this whole COVID thing and apprehension to come forward to their GPs, apprehension of the vaccine, and probably a bit of distrust in the medical community. But believe me, I'm here and others are here to talk and be open and share the pros of being screened early with a simple blood test. It's a blood test. That's it.
Well, also in attendance was the Minister of State in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, Davidson Ishmael. He praised the initiative for helping to raise awareness about prostate cancer and the importance of early detection.
Prostate cancer, sadly, continues to be the leading cause of cancer-related deaths in our country. And of course, amongst men, it is the leading cause of cancer deaths. And it is one of these cancers that really and truly you can live with if diagnosed early and not necessarily die from. Which means the emphasis for us in the Ministry of Health and Wellness, as always, is on screening and early detection. So when we can be a part of activities like this that build awareness, that bring awareness, that allow our men to recognize that there is this disease out there called prostate cancer, we are very much supportive of these activities.
Governor of the Central Bank of Barbados, Dr. the Most Honorable Kevin Greenidge, is assuring Barbadians that their financial information will remain safe with the BIMPay app. He made the point while speaking at a cocktail reception at the weekend to mark International Micro, Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises Day. The app, launched on the 12th of June, is an instant payment system designed to allow seamless, real-time transactions across various financial institutions. While addressing some questions on data privacy, Dr. Greenidge stressed that the relevant safeguards are in place to keep information protected.
We collect and we share data, but we always share in aggregated form. Total loans, total deposits, total this. Never identifying any financial institution nor individual. And we've been doing this, we share with the IMF all over. There's no mandate, never in the history of the central bank have we shared any information with any public institution or anyone. And never have we had a data breach. We are not collecting any more data than we used before. We're collecting the same data, it's protected the same way, but even with the better, because we tighten our data privacy rules. And we don't monitor individual, we monitor aggregates. So your data is secure and as it should be.
Dr. Greenidge also gave an update on the BIMPay app, noting that the central bank is working to address payment-related issues.
Today, it's moved over 315,000 transactions, 1.24 million. And 21,000 plus persons have downloaded the wallet. So it is moving. Even up to Thursday, 62,400 and something transactions. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. There are some teething issues. We spent the last couple of days working with financial insurance to make sure people get paid, because with the new system, the old format in which they count payroll, people were sending on payrolls. That format had to change, and for different reasons it wasn't done. And so we had to work and make sure persons get paid. They still want to, but we are making sure every single person get paid.
St. Michael's School were reminded that success is rarely a straight path, but one built through resilience, self-belief and perseverance. Returning to her alma mater as a guest speaker, Minister of Health Lisa Cummins encouraged the students to embrace uncertainty as they prepare for the next chapter of their life. Deanza Roberts has that story.
For many graduates, commencement marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another. For Minister of Health Lisa Cummins, returning to the St. Michael's School was more than delivering a keynote address. It was a homegoing. Standing before students seated where she once sat years ago, Cummins reflected on a future she never imagined.
I had no idea when I sat where you now sit what my own journey would look like. I had no idea that I would travel the world representing Barbados or as a professional in my own right. I had no idea, I didn't set out to do it, to serve in government. I could not have imagined serving to help shape national policy. I never imagined doing any of the international stuff that you heard about. And I certainly never imagined returning here.
She told graduates that while many admire accomplishments seen later in life, few witness the setbacks, uncertainty and disappointments that shape success. Cummins highlighted the unique pressures facing today's generation, warning that while technology offers opportunity, it also demands wisdom and self-awareness.
In my lifetime, my generation, many of us don't know the things that we fell down with. Many of us have no idea. Those of us who've sat in the generation, we may know, but in your generation, your cell phone comes out first to record a fall in perpetuity. So you've got a lot more noise than I did, and with it more uncertainty. And the pressure to become someone you were never created to be, which is why I believe that navigating the unknown is no longer simply about finding your future.
And with one final piece of advice, she urged graduates never to allow others to define them, reminding them that if they fail to decide who they are, someone else gladly will. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
And that's a look at news and sports and, well, news until now. We'll have more news coming up at noon right here on Mornin Barbados. We're right back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
We the best music.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Is a saying you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Hi, good day. I'm Auntie Diane to some of the children in my life, but I'm also Dr. Diane Brathwaite from the Barbados Diabetes Foundation. So it has been shown that consumption of sugar in excessive amounts contributes to diabetes, hypertension, cardiovascular disease, acne, concentration problems, putting on excess weight, and I could go on and on. Do you know that some of your favorite juices, soft drinks, flavored waters contain as much as 6, 10, 12, 17 teaspoons of sugar?
17. 17?
I bet you didn't know that 1 teaspoon of sugar is equal to 4 grams of carbohydrates. So when you drink a drink that contains 53 grams of sugar, do the math. How many teaspoons of sugar are you drinking?
Give me water instead.
Rethink your drink.
A message from the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Barbados and Partners.
Open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados will love
today. I hope you're looking forward to a wonderful tomorrow as well, if it be the will of the Lord. And so we're now going to meet some lovely young people who've come to Barbados to have an experience of their lifetime. They've read about us, they've heard about us, they've seen all the adverts, and now they're experiencing Barbados as we experience it. And so we welcome indeed again my good friend Sonia Romana, who is the head teacher at SV Academy. As always, it's so good to have you again, Sonia.
Good to be here. Thank you for inviting us in.
And you brought along some more of your students to experience who we are, right?
Yes, yeah. And experience crop over.
And crop over. I'll come into that in just a moment. And so Oscar Longland is one such student. With us is Shania
Ikemioji.
Thank you. Indeed, good to have you. Evie Gardner is also with us, and Lily Mae Presley. Good morning. Welcome to Barbados, first of all. It's a little slice of paradise. I hope you've remembered that as you go to tell your friends and family about what this experience has been. But the approach at SV Academy, Sonia, is so different from what typically happens at regular school. For those who may not have met you before, who are now learning about SV Academy, tell us what it is that you do.
Well, our mission is to inspire young people to achieve their potential. We specialise in working with young people who may have not had the best start in education, or may have had some struggles, or may have not had the best opportunities in education. Some of the young people that have joined us on this trip have, this will be their first residential or their first trip abroad. So it's all about giving them opportunities and giving them a chance to shine.
Mm-hmm. And that's important when it comes to education, because they are people too. Mm-hmm. And so they want to be a part of regular activities that other people do. And so your programming is designed to look at the child as a whole person, as opposed to a child who is a student of mathematics or English alone.
Yeah. So this trip it's about coming to Barbados and having an amazing time, of course, learning about the culture and the crop over, but it's also about learning skills like teamwork and leadership and independence and resilience. So we stay together at the University of West Indies in their student accommodation. Thank you so much for that opportunity, because it makes it very affordable, and it also gives them a space to work together, to cook meals together, to do laundry together, to do all those everyday things together in a space where they're having to use a lot of skills around independence and working as a team.
What were you teaching them about Barbados before their arrival here?
So we tried to teach them a little bit about the music, but you have to be here to really experience it. We did workshops at school in the run-up to the trip, where we spoke about what they can expect and the people and the warmth and the friendliness, and we tried to give them a little idea of the various things we'll be doing while we're here for the trip.
Oscar.
Morning.
Morning. You were told about Barbados before. Has it turned out to be everything you were told?
Pretty much. I've been quite prepared. Been hearing about it for about 3 years now. So yeah.
So it's finally time to be here, right?
And it's good.
And so on the day you landed,
Yeah.
and you stepped off the plane, and the heat hit you in your face.
Yeah, that was quite heavy, because one thing I've noticed is in England it will start off at like 20, slowly build up to 30. Here it's just straight 30 when you wake up, and it stays around that the whole day.
Stays around. And is this your first trip to Barbados? You're one of
Yeah,
those?
my first trip abroad.
First trip abroad.
Yeah.
So what was the experience navigating your airport, then to navigate our airport, and so forth? What was that experience like for you as a first trip abroad?
The English airport was like loads and loads of stuff, and like loads and loads of people, and the Barbados one was like more chill sort of thing, like less shops.
So you had a good trip so far.
Yeah.
And so while here, where have you been so far?
Been to the beach a couple of times. Went to St Leonard's Boys School. The concert last night. That was pretty fun. And yeah, one thing that sort of surprised me is how friendly the people are. In England, it's like the strong, silent type. But here, everyone's happy, waving, saying good morning, stuff like that. So that's nice.
Who we are.
Yeah.
That's who we are. So there's a lot to go back to tell your friends and your family about Barbados. Would you do that? Would you tell others about us?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd let them know how good the experience has been so far.
And that the best part is not just the beaches, right?
Oh yeah, it's
what's the best part?
Probably like the food, like the group experiences together, and the nice weather as well.
Your friends are laughing at you, especially when you said the food. So what foods have you tried?
Hut at the beach the other day was quite nice.
What did you eat?
Like special wings and chips. Me and my teacher, Mr. Richard, shout out. We ate fish cake, some sort of fish cake last night, and that was quite good as well.
Love it indeed. So you've had a true immersive Barbadian experience so far. So far, so
definitely.
good, indeed. And it's not yet done.
No, they're still we're not even halfway into it yet. So, a lot more
so
to do.
far, so good.
Yeah.
All right. And so, Shania,
hello.
You said before we came live, you had a good time last night.
I did.
Because where did you go?
We went to the Junior Monarch competition, the semi-final.
What about it did you like?
It was just, I think the fact that there was people like me and even younger than me performing and like doing the best that they can to show their talent, it was so inspiring, and like seeing how they like performed and sung their heart out, it just made me want to do better.
Yeah, and it starts in our schools. It starts in our school. It's a part of who we are. It's our DNA now. It's our culture. And so, did you understand them, or did you have the language barrier for just a moment?
No, I understood.
You understood the themes and everything else. Is this your first time to Barbados as well?
Yes.
Your thoughts?
I love it here.
Would you stay here?
I would like to, yes, if I had the choice.
You would love to. Wow. So, in preparing for this trip to Barbados, we tend, as people, when we get going on a trip, we like to Google and search and see what's happening, where is the land, what's happening there. Did you do that?
No, I kind of wanted to go into it blind, so I didn't have any sort of assumptions.
Oh, nice. So that's easy. So, okay, the plane has landed, you've come through the airport, and now you're onto the land side, where everybody is.
Yeah.
What was your first impression?
Well, the heat definitely had an impression on me, but I got used to it very quick, and it was just a lot more calm and peaceful. London is a very bustling city.
Yes.
It's very busy and overstimulating. When I got to Barbados, it was so nice and chill.
As Oscar would say, it was chill.
Yeah.
It was really, really chill. And so far, so good for you. Have you tried the foods as well?
Yes, I also had some fish cakes with Mr. Richard last night.
Do you know how to make fish cakes yet?
No.
Would you like to know?
Yeah.
You can ask a question. That's okay. So whoever you buy your fish cakes from, ask them, how do you make this? How do you make this? It's really, really easy to do. And so when you return to the UK, you can try it yourself.
Yeah.
And really have a wonderful Barbadian memory that's lingering with you indeed. So the music though, you had an opportunity to watch the juniors yesterday in Calypso and Soca. There's a difference.
Yeah.
The Calypso is what we call the social commentary. where they attend to many of the things that are happening and they share their points of view, and it's a little bit slower. Then there's the soca, which has a different pace and an energy to it where you can party this time around. And so in listening to the music, do you have a preference so far? One, the slow one or the fast one?
I prefer conscious music, so I would say calypso.
You're smart. You're well prepared. You are well prepared indeed. Good to have you indeed. And so, Evie, what about you? What have you been up to?
Yeah, we've been going to the beach. We've been like fully absorbing all the culture that we've seen here. The food's definitely like different.
Yeah.
Because I'll try anything really. So yeah, I'll try anything. So yeah, the food. Yeah, it's definitely a different experience.
Yes. Yeah. What's it like in the group activity though? Because now you're camping out, so to speak, at the University of the West Indies, and now whereas you could go to your own home, have your own bedroom, now you're sharing accommodation and the like, and so it's requiring you to be a little different. How has that been for you?
Yeah, it's definitely an experience. It's fun to. Yeah, it's fun to all work together to kind of make a good living space. So you like assign different roles, and you work together to like make breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and do all the laundry. And yeah, it's quite fun to work together to build a little community in there.
And so this has been a truly different experience for you from what you're accustomed.
Yeah.
And do you think this is an experience that you would want to repeat, or at least to take home and try with others as well?
Yeah, definitely. It's it's really been eye-opening for me, really.
If you could, at this time, right now, speak to one of your friends in the UK about Barbados, what would you say?
I would say that it's not what you'd really expect, because you don't really think that you take in as much as you would. It's just so different, and you really suck in all the culture that you haven't experienced before.
You would like the culture?
Yeah.
You like the people?
Yes.
I love your enthusiasm. Yes, the people. So have you met anyone who's so interesting you thought, oh my goodness, I'd love to take you home?
Well, last night after the Junior Soca Monarch, we met with some of the contestants, and they were really fun. We took their numbers and we've been texting since then. So they were really nice people, and it's just good to know some people.
That's beautiful indeed. What about you, Lily? How's time been for you?
It's been absolutely amazing to get to experience how people feel like a community and seeing everyone be joined together. It's not something you normally see in the UK, how everyone just knows everyone, and you can just say hello to anyone, they'll have a conversation with you.
Yeah, that's how we do it here. And so, we drive on the same side of the road, which makes it so much easier for you to understand, right?
Yeah.
And so, what's your favourite activity you've been up to so far?
Actually, going to the boys' school where we learned how to play the steel pans. I've never ever touched a steel pan until that very day, and just being able to learn half a song was amazing, and how seeing they're talented, because they are so talented, the way they are able to hit the drums so quickly. Could never ever see that in the UK.
That school prides itself on education and also on the soft skills as well. They're brilliant in music, they're brilliant in so many different ways. So you had a wonderful opportunity. What was the song that you played on the pan? Do you recall?
I think it was Rolling Girl.
By Alison Hines, or local songstress, and roll. Okay, she's what we call the queen of soca in the Caribbean. She is really one who is phenomenal indeed, and you had a chance to play her music indeed. What about Rihanna? Do you know Rihanna?
Yes, definitely.
Oh boy, I should never have asked that question. So, you all know Rihanna indeed. So you did know a little bit about Barbados before you came. What else did you learn about Barbados before you came?
We looked at the rules and laws and the culture and what they play, which was just to give us a little experience of what to expect, which was very nice.
And then how do you compare expectation with reality?
To be fair, the culture's more amazing when you see it in person, because to see everyone to be joined together and all supporting each other, even when they're competing against each other, it's just so lovely to see.
That's our society. Even though we compete, we still go home happily ever after. And so we live together indeed. And so, Sonia, this is an immersive experience for the children. And this was exactly what it was designed to do.
Exactly. To inspire, to create those music bridges cultures, so bridge those two cultures. Show young people that there's a very different world out there, but in many ways it's very, very similar to the community they've come from.
These are just 4 of the number of people you brought. How many have you brought?
I've brought 10 with me.
10.
Yeah.
10. So 6 others are still to be interviewed.
Yeah.
Indeed. So it's been immersive. It's been wonderful. They've tried our food. They've enjoyed our culture. They've played the pan. They've been to our beaches. They've enjoyed listening to our music. And they can't wait to sing some of our songs as well. This is truly what it was designed to be. And is there the opportunity for Barbadian students to do flip trip?
We would love that opportunity. We'd love to welcome them, wouldn't we, to the UK?
Yeah. We'd love to learn more about what we've read about.
Yeah.
Many of us have read about, we've watched television, so we know what it looks like. Just to be able to walk those streets and to experience what you experience is a joy indeed. But welcome to Barbados. Remember, tell others about us. Tell others about us. Share your story. Share your experiences as well. And we thank you for doing so. You become our ambassadors now. Thank you. We'll take a break right here. We'll be coming back to meet even more of the students right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
29 past the hour. We continue our conversations with the good folk from the UK who are in Barbados for this wonderful cultural exchange. But it's more than just culture they're having. They're actually learning life skills as they bunk together, they experience everything together, they navigate.
Barbados, hearing this lovely soca music and seeing the culture, and yeah, it means so much to me. This is adding so much more value and opening my eyes a lot.
Indeed. So you're listening to the music and you took the students to have a chance playing the music as well at the St. Leonard's Boys. And so what was that like for you, someone who teaches music?
So my primary instrument is a guitar. So when you're seeing the pans that are labelled guitar, I'm thinking, oh, this is really interesting. Music is it's a language. We may speak different words, but we're all speaking the same sort of language. And it was just super eye-opening to see the young St. Leonard boys just take it with so much confidence and enthusiasm, and then sharing that to our own students and seeing them brighten up and immediately take to the pan. And I loved playing it as well. It's such a lovely sound and it's really fun and rhythmic. It's fantastic.
I want you to talk to me about music as not just an energizer, but music as a way of life and what it teaches one about oneself.
I think it's this sort of mystical power that's between all of us. I think it's kind of unspoken, but we all understand it. When we feel something like a good bit of music or feel a strong instrument, strong performance, there's not much in the world we can all agree on, but I think we can all agree on when the music feels right. And I think that's just, it's magical, it's magical.
It is. Do you have choir at school as well?
We don't. We teach singing, lyric development, songwriting, music production. We're also a full-time school, so we teach maths, English and science and all the other stuff as well. But yeah, we do use music as a way to connect and to bring people together.
I'm glad you went in that direction, because our Ministry of Education is doing that in our schools, and they're intending to really, as the young people would say, up the ante where that's concerned as well. You know, providing students opportunities to have their music labs, their spaces where they can create beats and the like, indeed, to empower the child as well. But there is so much within each of us, and that musical experience and that musical showing of what we have within is another expression I think we need to harness, and that's what you're doing at your school indeed. So Joshua, as I ask the students, I'll ask you, while here, what have you been up to other than just the St. Leonard's experience?
Well, I mean, so playing pan was amazing. Looking at the gorgeous beaches, I mean, for me, looking out into Barbados is like looking into a painting. It's just, the sights are amazing. And like the students just said, the culture and the goodwill of the people here, you do find a lot of stubbornness and quiet, you know, English people, but with the Bayesian community, it's so welcoming, so warm, and really loved that. The Junior Soca Monarch yesterday was absolutely fantastic. I love the calypso, I love the soca at the same time as well. Thought all the performances were great, and it was all performed live as well.
Yes.
The backing musicians were just wonderful alongside the singers. Yeah, we've only just started, so I'm really excited to see what more things take my breath away.
I'm sure many will take your breath away. As I shared with the students, you know, the junior monarchs, those contestants, they start in school from primary level. And they make their way all the way through, and eventually they graduate to becoming part of the bigger contestants as well for what we call the pick of the crop competition. And so we want to encourage other youngsters to stay involved. And would you do this at your school? Would you consider such a program that would hone the talent from quite young, and as they go, they have opportunities to perform and so on? Is that the plan?
Yeah, I mean, we would really love to create stronger links with Barbados, bring some of our expertise here. I actually had a meeting with the Honourable Mia Motley in London
Minister.
before we flew out to Barbados to talk about bringing some of our expertise, working with young people who may have not experienced or not have got as much as they can from the education system, and how we can support them and bring some of our skills and some of our opportunities to Barbados as well.
We're on what we call an education transformation trajectory at the moment. We're dissecting and looking at and see what to keep, what we shouldn't keep, how we can tweak and make things much better for our students, Barbadian indeed. And so your time here is absolutely valuable. Josh, your favorite food? Ooh, that's a hard one, right?
Yeah. I mean, the chicken has been amazing, but I've been told about lovely fish burgers, and I can't wait to try those out.
I'm tasting it already.
Yeah, no, I had such a lovely lunch a couple of days ago next to the beach, and it was chicken, rice, fries and salad, and that was just salivating. I think I was demolishing it so quickly.
At Big Race.
Big Race, yeah.
Okay.
So very, very looking forward to what more things my taste buds are
We
yet
have some
to
lovely
have.
drinks, by the way, some local drinks as well. You must try Mobby.
Okay, I'll put it on the list.
M-A-U-B-Y.
B-Y, okay.
Mobby. Mobby. It's you have to have a palate for it, so to speak. It's made from a bark, and it's once it's well cured and well seasoned and well done, then it will taste really refreshing. If it's a little bitter, you can say so as well. That's all right. But it's one of those acquired tastes. But once you get to love it, it's absolutely refreshing.
Nice.
We do things with
We're doing an island tour, get history and the culture and that identity.
There's a lot. We have an entity known as Barbados Tourism Marketing Incorporated. They curate and they manage tourism for Barbados.
They have been so supportive.
They've been supportive. Okay, great.
Yeah, so Visit Barbados organise a meet and greet for us. They look after us while we're here. The NCF have been amazing as well and invited us to the Junior Soca Monarch and gave us like the best seats. Thank you. And it all contributes to really helping our group understand the warmth of the island. This trip is fully funded by the UK government, by the Department of Education in the UK. So thank you to our funders' touring scheme. And next year, hopefully, I'm planning to bring an even larger group, which means that I'm using even more funding, and you know, we can go anywhere in the world, and we always choose to come to Barbados just because of that support and that warmth that we get.
And we're happy to give that to you every single time. So do feel free to drop by us as well the minutes you're here. We'd love to meet you. So Sonia, thank you so much as well for your bigness of heart, for want of a better expression, to see Barbados as a destination where you can teach your students a different way of life, a better way of life in lots of cases, but to interact with people from elsewhere who may look a little different, but who are just people with a passion and a purpose, and see how we can all learn one from the other as well. Thank you so much. And Joshua, good to meet you, my brother.
Thank you very much.
You have a lot of work ahead of you as well. Your brother's here with you, you said?
Yep. Perhaps maybe later on we might see him here. That would be
great. One never knows.
Yeah.
But there's a lot on our crop over calendar still to happen.
Yes.
And so I'm sure the National Cultural Foundation will keep you informed as to what's when and everywhere. And so I want you to get out and enjoy it. Every Thursday, by the way, not here at the CBC, but the CBC, we have an initiative known as Q in the Community. One of our radio stations, Q 100.7 FM, we go into the community and thousands come spend the entire day with us. It's an all-day party and social. So from 11 in the morning until you're ready to go home well past midnight, you can come dance, party, eat, drink, play dominoes, line dance, sing karaoke, a totally immersive experience. And so I want you, this Thursday we're going to the Garfield Sobers Gymnasium, which is not far from here. And so you have an opportunity, an invitation to come as well to Q in the Community this Thursday. Remember, we start at 11 in the morning, and then you spend as long as you want to be there. But thousands of people are going to be there.
Amazing.
All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
The invitation is yours. All right, folks, we'll take a break here. We're coming back with more on Morning Barbados in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV-CAM tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker,
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
17 minutes to go to the top of the hour. You're still basking in the glow of the success of the Spirit of the Lion show, which was held on the 20th at the Frank Collymore Hall, hosted by St. George Secondary School. That's where the secondary school students had an opportunity as ambassadors for communities within the vicinity of the school to represent their respective areas as well, to parade in their costume, their evening wear, and then to have their speech. And so we have the winners of the speech contest with me this morning, and so there are the ambassadors of Flat Rock. I have with me Jeremy Boyce and Naziah Webb. Good morning, both of you.
Good morning, good morning.
First of all, congratulations on your win. That must feel really special, Jeremy.
Yes, it does. You know, it was a long process, so it just felt good to come on and talk on something.
Yeah, was something for sure.
Something.
And so you waited right there in the wings, and there are different categories of winners and so forth, and then they called yours.
Yeah.
I'm sure you were startled, right?
Not really.
You knew you had won this?
Yeah, we were excited because you know that our speech was a good speech, so it was all just about going on and executing it to the ability of the speech and to us. So
you
after
knew
that,
it was a good speech.
Yeah, we knew.
You felt the same way as well, Naziah?
Yes,
that it was a good speech. You had this down pat, right?
Yes.
And so were you scared when it was your turn to deliver the speech?
Well, at first everybody was scared, but you just got to be able to overcome it.
You were able to overcome your speech. What about you, Naziah?
Yeah. It was okay. It wasn't really scared to go on the stage.
Mm-hmm. You were cool. You were cool as a cucumber because it was fun for you. And so here it was now. On the evening, 5:30 was approaching. You know, almost time for the show to start. You were in the dressing rooms and a call, come contestants, let's get ready, let's go for the opening number. What was going through you, Naziah? Not nerves?
Not really.
Really?
No.
Because you were just out there to have a good time?
Yes.
Did you have your parents? Go ahead.
Didn't really think about it.
You're so controlled. I love it indeed. So what do you now know about Flat Rock that you did not know before?
Well, I didn't know a lot about Flat Rock, but it's kind of a big but small community.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of fun. It's fun to go in and meet people they didn't know.
And who are so kind and warm and welcoming, right? But your school is a brilliant school. Your school is a fantastic school. I'm sure you agree with me.
Yes,
and so I know your principal is rooting for you guys all the time. So for those who are saying, I don't know anything about St. George, what do you say to them?
Some people may think it's a bad school, but it's not a bad school. It's actually a fun school because I was there from first farm. I know the experience of it. The teachers take time to teach with you, to get to understand the stuff, but St. George is a fun school to be at.
I think so too. You're brilliant in so many areas in it, and you've been having success all year long indeed. And so this is just another one of those other successful endeavors from the school. Jeremy, what about you? Because I know you're a hands-on kind of guy. So how has school generally been for you?
Well, for me, she would know more because obviously she was there, but it's my first year.
This is your first year?
Yeah, my first year.
Okay. So how was year one?
It was good. It was better than I expected to me. So coming in, the teachers are really helpful. Most of the students are, welcoming. So it was a good environment to be around.
Mm-hmm. And so because you're the hands-on kind of guy, you told me in your vacation you're going to go into...
I'm a professional athlete.
As the athlete?
Yes.
The fast man? Yeah, okay. So a track star?
Yeah, you can say.
What do you think it takes now for you to become the professional athlete?
A lot more training, a lot more training, and also smarts too. Because to go overseas, obviously, you're a student athlete, so the student still comes first. So you got the learning plus the hard work, so everything comes together.
When preparation meets opportunity, you got to grab it.
Yes.
You have to see it. So I wish you well in that endeavor. What about you, Naziah? Do you have a lifelong goal for yourself? Do you plan to be whatever? What is it that you want to be?
I want to be a chef.
A chef?
Yes, yes.
Really?
Yes.
So you love culinary arts? Are you already in culinary arts at school?
Well, food and nutrition.
Food and nutrition, right. But that's all about work, right? Do you get a chance to actually go into the kitchen
Yes,
and do
please.
stuff at school?
Yes, please.
Oh, nice. And so what's your plan? After St. George Secondary, do you want to go to the community college? What is your plan in terms
No,
of furthering your passion?
I'm going back to St. George Secondary to do one more year to get prepared, because after the year I want to go to Palmarine.
Through BCC.
Yes, please.
That is going to be a wonderful experience indeed. I can see it in you. You're going to do very, very well indeed. And so we have the speech competition coming up. How did you guys go about preparing for the speech bar? Who wrote the speech, or was it a combination of both of you?
Well, it was a combination of both our experiences, but our mentor altogether, he just brought it all together.
What was it like working with the mentor?
It was good, you know. Some things he had to push us more than because we didn't really maybe as inspired as we should have been, but they stuck by us, which we appreciate, and they got us to this point, so we thank them.
Really thanks him indeed. And so, Nazai, did you have to practice the speech? You know, it's well written, but did you have to stand up and be, you know, look into whatever and deliver the speech?
Yes.
What were those sessions like for you?
It was, you know, I have to get my courage built up, get the words properly, to know how to say and stuff like that.
And saying it over and over and over and over again, until it's almost as if you could repeat it without even looking at the paper, right? I know, that's all part of it. I do that here too. As you can see, I'm talking to you, I'm not looking at my papers at all, but because I've internalized everything I needed to talk about with you, and I'm clear as to where I'm going. And that's important when it comes to life. Life teaches you in that kind of way, but you have to understand it, but you need to take time to internalize it, to make sense of it. And once you get the sense of it, nothing can deter you from where you want to go and what you want to do. Nothing, because you know. And so that's what this exercise, I suppose, has taught you as well. So the speech is written, then you had it, you rehearse, and then on Saturday night, that was your time to present it in front of everyone for the very first time. And so you came to the end, and then you heard the applause. Did that start with you, Jeremy?
Yeah, it wasn't that time. It took me away first, but it was good that everybody appreciated the speech.
Yeah. What about you, Nazaya? Your screams?
Yes, please.
Because you got through it. Who did you have in support of you at the Frank Cullimore Hall?
My father, my godmother, my aunt, and my cousins.
Wow, Daddy showed up for you.
Yes,
that's brilliant indeed. And so all of those were there for you. What about you, Jeremy?
I have my mom.
Your mommy was there?
Yeah, my mom.
She's always there, right?
Yeah, always.
Always there, and that's important indeed, that the parents show up indeed. I'm glad that you had your parental support, as well as your friends and others at school who came and said, Jeremy, my boy, look at the track star, look at the Zaya, and you know, that's what they do to you. And so when you finish vacation, you go back to school, you know that you're now continuing to be ambassadors for your school. Don't let the time that you spend in vacation cause you to change your character. You are still ambassadors for your school, and you're some of the best ambassadors for your school. So represent your school with pride and honor and purpose, reminding people every minute of every day that St. George Secondary School is a great school. Because at St. George Secondary School, it's more than just the academic books. You also have opportunity to practice a skill, to get professional in culinary arts, and so much more. We know their athletic program, we know their letter writing program, we know how really great they are in farming, we know all of those things. But what we also know is that the winners of the speech writing competition, they're with us. And so we'll take a break right here. When we come back, they will share with us just what they shared with you at the Spirit of the Lion show at the Frank Cullimore Hall. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VH.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Welcome back to the Spirit of the Lion Show. We're now about to hear the speech to be given by the ambassadors of Flat Rock. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Boyce and Naziah Webb.
Good morning.
Good morning.
According to Brian Solis, community is much more than belonging to something. It's about doing something together that makes belonging matter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the quality of the Flat Rock connection is a sense of purpose.
In Flat Rock, we engage with many warm and welcoming residents. This taught us the value of unity and sharing with others.
Indeed, Jeremy, I was so shy at first I could barely maintain eye contact with the residents, but with encouragement and mentoring, I am now proudly standing before my biggest audience ever.
Naziah, I share your sentiments. I recall the joy of presenting gift baskets to 3 of the oldest residents. It felt good, appreciating and caring for those who paved the way for us. We salute them. Their knowledge and encouragement will always be remembered.
But the fun did not stop there. We brought generations together through old-time games like hopscotch, rounders, sack races, and more.
The residents gathering in the park returning to play was truly special. It reminded us that community is strongest when everyone is included. Sweet Flat Rock Connect, how can we forget?
To all those who contributed, thank you. This was not just an experience, it was a life lesson. From Moonshine Hill to Woburn Wesleyan.
Flat Rock Connect.
From their homes to the community park.
Flat Rock Connect.
From the elderly to the children.
Flat Rock Connect.
Our journey, Flat Rock Connect. We have bridged the gap.
All right. And so everybody will be like, yes, indeed. I do it too. Well done. But what I like is that you memorized it.
Yeah.
And that's really fantastic. So you could actually deliver it. But that must have been a lot of hard work to remember all of those and in sequence and in order as well. So how much time did you spend memorizing this, Jeremy?
A lot of time from the moment I got it.
From the moment you got it? And how early did you get it with enough? How much time did you really spend memorizing? A week?
Well, we had like a couple weeks.
A couple weeks?
1, 2. Because when we first got it, it was a bit too long, over the limit, so we had to shorten it and then got to memorize it. So
yeah, same thing for you, Naziah?
Yes, please.
Because you had to stay in time. Yeah. But you also had to do it with remembering all the moves, when to speak to who, and that the hand movement and the like as well. Is this something that you would do more of, Naziah, in terms of public speaking?
Probably, but probably not at the same time.
Because this was pulled out all out of you, right? Because you're generally a shy kind of girl. But now you know that you can. I think you should. I really think you should do more. Don't stop now. If you stop now, you, as your people will say, you will seize up. So don't stop now. Challenge yourself to do more and do more and do more. Even if it's a small, and then you add on and you build and you build and you build, you get so much better at it. Promise me?
Yes.
Naziah, you promise me?
Yeah.
I'm going to be following you, you know. But Jeremy, what about you though? You did really well. You sounded confident and capable. So did you surprise you?
I did. I did.
And so would you consider doing more public speaking?
It's something I would think of, because obviously not my comfort zone, but as I see now that I can do it, it would be better for me to do more. That's to keep me focusing.
If you stay comfortable, you will not achieve much. Sometimes you have to challenge yourself and be uncomfortable, because it's in that discomfort that you discover something else about you. And so now that you know you can, Jeremy, you have to continue. You have to continue. You have a voice that people want to hear. And it's not just in sports or in construction. They want to hear Jeremy's thoughts, Jeremy's passions, Jeremy's moments. And so, Jeremy, you're called on to continue talking. And so you will have an opportunity before the school term is done, I'm told, that to address your school body and to show them again why you guys are the winners of the speech contest, indeed, in the Spirit of the Lion show, and why you are deserving of that title as well. But I want you to don't go quiet. Don't ever go quiet. Keep lifting your voice and sharing. That's a promise?
Yes.
That's a promise, Desire? You promise me? Your school is a phenomenal school. Your school will support you. The teachers at your school will continue supporting you. But they want you to also put in some work. So don't grow lazy now. Don't grow lazy at all. This is only the beginning. I wish you well, both of you. I wish you a wonderful vacation time as well. Enjoy your work, have a good time at the beach and everything you choose to do. And Jeremy, be careful in construction. I know you're doing what your heart leads you to do. Continue following your heart. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
And well done to all of their mentors and the school teachers as well. The principal, Mr. Brown, who gives all to these students indeed. And so because they've given all to the students, we know that we will get all that they've been given from them as well. Phenomenal work happening at the St. George Secondary School, and we salute and support them in everything. And that's it for today, everybody. My little crew joins me in saying to all of you, have a terrific today. Be the will of the Lord. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning, Barbados. Good